Talk about expansion, potentially Halifax.
Well, it's the Canadian dream. It's the thing that Canadian Football League has talked about forever, and we've got a great group, and we're optimistic, but recognizing there's challenges that have to be overcome, namely getting a stadium built.
What does Grey Cup week mean to you?
Well, it's everything. It's there's so much emotion in it for me. I remember the '93 Grey Cup that we won. The jet flying over during the anthem, starting to cry. I mean, it was going to be the last game of my career. I mean, just showing up here creates a whole bunch of emotions for me.
Favorite Ottawa memory?
Well, I had 5 holding penalties here in one game, so I think when I think of Ottawa, I go, oh my gosh, 5 holding penalties. I remember Bob Obilovich yelling at me after the game.
Best football game you've ever seen?
Best football game I've ever seen. Well, for me, it was the 1993 Western Final in the snowstorm. I think it was -26, and being part of it to see it unfold the way it did. That's my favorite game of all time.
Music on your playlist?
Oh, I'm a classic rock guy, so you'll find a good combination of Backman Terminal Drive, Guess Who, AC/DC, we just lost their one of their leaders. I am absolutely a dyed-in-the-wool classic rock guy.
Best football movie?
Best football movie. I like Draft Day. My girls like watching Draft Day. I think they like that behind-the-scenes intrigue that's part of that movie. So I'd say Draft Day.
Best part of the job?
Just the ability to just spend time with people. That's been a joy for me my entire life. My mom was like that. She loved people, and just interacting with Canadians and Canadian fans, our owners, our players, our coaches. I love that.
Worst part of the job?
There is no worst part. So far, I've enjoyed it. Really have. It's so different for me coming out of the pure corporate culture that I've been part of for the last 30 years. This has just been a lot of fun, and I'm working with incredible people.
Food you can't live without?
Well, basically, yes. I just look, you don't get to be this big by skipping meals. I mean, I like it all. We love sushi. My wife and daughters and I love sushi. I love a good hamburger, but I've got a very broad taste in food, and I'm a foodie.
Favorite Grey Cup memory?
Well, I think remembering sitting in the locker room after we won in '93, it was quiet. I didn't want to take my stuff off because I knew that was the last time I was going to get out of my gear. And Ron Lancaster came over and sat next to me in my locker. That moment lives in my memory forever.